Go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm going to be your tour guide today. Welcome to downtown New York. Welcome to Manhattan. I don't know how many of you have been to New York before? Great. All right. How many of you have never been here before? Great. If you've been here before, I hope I'm going to tell you something you don't know already. And if you haven't been here, this is a good place to start because it's the history of the city. And right now, we're standing here in front of the U.S. Customs House. It's had a long history. This location started off as a fortress with the Dutch, and then it became homes, and then it became a customs house, and now it's a museum for the Native Americans. It's a branch of the Smithsonian, and I think that's fantastic because it's ironic and it's a perfect encapsulation of the history of the city and sort of the whole country. Right now in Manhattan, this is basically the only place you'll see a large representation of Native American artifacts. Whereas in the 1620s, when the Dutch arrived, their fort was right here, Fort Amsterdam, and inside that fort were basically all the Europeans on the island, and outside out here were all of the Native Americans. And so today it's exactly reversed. And so I feel like it's a great place to start because that little sense of irony and this history in between gives us the story of what this city is all about today. On the building itself, which was designed in 1890, there are representations of seafaring nations from throughout history. You have statues on the top from Greece and Rome and Phoenicia, all the way through to the Dutch in the middle with Peter Stuyvesant, all the way through to the end there with Queen Victoria. Queen Elizabeth would have been dead by then, I hope. Queen Victoria. This is the U.S. Customs House right here at the bottom of Manhattan, which represents the history of this city as the center of U.S. commerce, the center of trade, the center of business, and the center of capitalism. And the history of this city is a history of cutthroat capitalism and cheating and lying and piracy, but it's also a history of the triumph of the human spirit and people coming here to make a better life for themselves, to make something out of themselves that they weren't already. Immigrants coming in over time. We're going to look at the Statue of Liberty a little bit later. We're going to look at Wall Street, and those two things, immigration, multiculturalism, combined with capitalism, that's what this city's all about. So, let's move on to Battery Park.